What is going on, guys? In today's video I will show you the top 10 best builds in Albion Online. I've spent a lot of time testing out different builds to see what actually works in real combat and what just sounds good on the paper. And after more than 2500 hours of grinding through the endgame PVE, PvP and even CVCs, I've put together a list of the best builds in the game. And remember, if you want to try any of these builds out, then check my links in the description. Also, if you're interested in buying other PC or console games with 50 or 70% discount, then check out Instant Gaming. For example, I want to buy Elden Ring, so we just click on Add to Cart, then click Pay, then input our details and pay. After payment is complete, we will receive activation key, then copy and paste the key in, and it's that simple. So what are you waiting for? Click my link description and check out Instant Gaming for yourself. So let's start with the first one, which is the Bloodmoon staff build. This one focuses on burst damage, stealthy movement and surprising enemies. The Bloodmoon staff, paired with Reality Fissure and Disorientation, gives you control and heavy hitting abilities, while the Werewolf transformation and the Altered Beast will make you a nightmare in close combat. You'll want to use a Stalker's Hood for the Mortal Agony, and stacking it with the Mercenary's Jacket Bloodlust for healing through the damage, and then Soldier Boots with Rejuvenation Sprint to chase or disengage, then a Carleon Cape to synergize beautifully with your offensive pressure, though you can swap it for the Avalon Cape if you prefer Sustain. You want to pair all of this with Invisibility Potion and the Pork Roast or the Poor Miss Snapper for food, and then you get this hit and run Predator build that thrives in solo ganks. The way that you play this build is all about patience, so staying hidden, stalking your prey, and then unleashing your transformation when you know that you will land a kill. If things turn against you, then your invisibility and the sprinting skills will make sure that you live to strike again. Then second, we have the Carving Sword build, which is all about shredding enemy defenses while staying aggressive in the fight. The Carving Sword gives you Heroic Strike, Splitting Splash and the Fearless Strike, which are all fueled by the heroic fighting to keep your mobility high. The Knight Helmet is your defensive backbone with the Meditation to refresh your skills, and then the Helion Jacket that provides the crucial lifesteal aura to keep you alive in extended fights. Then the Stalker Shoes with Raging Blink will let you reposition aggressively, and then the Limhurst Cape keeps your energy steady. For consumables, the Major Resistance Potions will help you to survive heavy bursts, while the Beef Stew will boost your damage. With this build, you're consistently applying pressure and reducing enemy resistances. The gameplay rhythm is fluid, so you dash in with heroic stacks, then apply the debuffs, then drain them down while healing off your aura, and then reset when necessary with the Meditation. It excels against tanky targets since the Fearless Strike will cut through their defenses like butter. Then for number 3, we have the Bow of Badon build, which is perfect for players who enjoy controlling space and bursting down enemies at range. The Bow of Badon will combine Deadly Shot, Ray of the Light and the Raging Storm to lock enemies down and punish them with the explosive damage. An Assassin's Hood with Meditation allows you to reset cooldowns, and the Royal's Jacket with the Royal Banner will boost your offensive uptime significantly. You want to pair this with the Mercenary Shoes for refreshing sprint, and your mobility ensures that you have the option to kite or chase depending on the situation. Then the Carleon Cape will work best here, but you can as well exchange it for the Stalker Shoes if you want more sneaky repositioning. Then for potions, the Major Calming Potions will help against enemy interruptions, and then a Pork Omelette will keep your cooldown short. The way that this build shines is by dictating fights, so you pin down enemies with the Ray of Light. Then follow that up with the Raging Storm, and if they survive, then reset it with the Assassin's Hood and do it all over again. Overall, this build is nightmare for enemy melee players that are trying to close the gap. Next up, we have the Nature Staff build, which is not just about healing. With the Thorn of Growth and the Bramless Seed, you can poke and root enemies with a Circle of Life that keeps your sustain high. Then a Torch offhand will give faster casting, and pairing it with the Mage Call's Fire Breath will offer surprising amount of offensive pressure. Then the Mercenary Jacket with the Bloodlust will let you heal off the damage that you deal, while the Soldier Boots with Rejuvenation Sprint will give you the durability to keep going. Then the Tet Fur Cape boosts your offensive power, though you can swap in the shield for more defenses. This build pairs well with invisibility potions for disengaging and the amulets for the cooldown reduction. Overall, this build is versatile. It lets you harass, heal yourself, and grind down enemies in a longer fight. What makes it specifically fun is the ability to keep enemies second guessing. So one moment you are healing, and then the next you're pushing damage with the fire breath and the bloodlust. In short, this healer build is a hybrid playstyle that rewards creativity. Then for number 5, we have the Battleaxe build, which is all about the brutal aggression and sustain, which makes it perfect for solo PvP and PvE alike. The Battleaxe with the rending rage and the Blood Bandit provides insane healing through the damage, while Adrenaline boost will keep your tempo high. A torch works best for the mana stability, though the Moisak is an option if you want more damage and don't mind the energy drain. Then the Fiendcowl is crucial here, giving you Purge to cancel enemy escapes, while the Mercenary Jacket once again will shine with the Bloodlust. The Scholar Sandals with Energetic Sprint will give you mobility and mana sustain, and Avalonian Cape makes your damage spike even harder. Or consumables like Invisibility Potions and the Roast Pork will keep you alive and unpredictable. This build plays aggressively, so you dive into the camps, carve through the mobs, and always be on the lookout for a player farming nearby. With your Purge, no one is running away, and with your self-healing you can take fights that most others would hesitate to start. Overall, it's reliable, cost-effective, and a devastating build to play. Then next we have the light crossbow build, which is one of the deadliest solo ganking weapons thanks to its explosive combo potential. The light crossbow will bring explosive bolt and exploding shot, which gives you devastating damage windows. You wanna pair it with a Mistcaller that reduces cooldowns, while the Guardian helmet with the emergency shield will give you a clutch survival button. Then the cultist robe is the centerpiece here, with Levitate allowing you to avoid incoming pressure while preparing your next burst. Then hunter shoes with refreshing sprint will keep you mobile, and the Carlian cape makes your burst even nastier. You can also run the cleric robe with an everlasting spirit for a different defensive playstyle. This build excels at punishing overextension, so you can set traps with the Caltroops, then burst down enemies, and use potions like the beef stew or the omelets to maximize your uptime. The pacing is all about precision. You wait until your targets commit, and then unload your combo. If they don't die instantly, then your reset tools will give you a second chance. Then for number 7, we have a spear build, which is all about the sustained pressure and a control in a fight. With the lunging strike, cripple, and the reckless charge, you can stick to the enemies relentlessly, while sapping their movement. The life leech from the weapon tree will keep you sustained, and the taproot provides a massive health pool for survivability. Then the cultist cowl's inner corruption will add defensive pressure, while the jacket of the tenacity brings Inferno shield, for both the damage and defenses. And then the soldier boots with rejuvenating sprint round out your mobility. And then the Tether cape boosts your aggression, but you can also mix things up with a torch or a Fiendcowl, depending on how you wanna play it. The Stalker's Jacket is another strong alternative. Then food like the Deadwater Eel Stew or the Roasted Pure Mist Snapper will amplify your damage, while Gigantify Potions will give you the extra tankiness. The Spear build plays as a relentless duelist, so you stick into the targets and outlast them with a consistent pressure. This is especially strong against kiting builds, since your gap closers can keep you glued to the enemy. Then for number 8, we have the Prowling Staff build, which is unique thanks to its transformation mechanics. The Prowling Staff lets you switch into the Shadow Panther form with Dissortation and the Altered Beast, giving you both mobility and stealth or burst potential. Then your Pulse Shock is your bread and butter attack for the harassment. Then the Fiendcowl is critical for purging enemy escapes, while the Mistfucker's Jacket's Mist Cloud will let you disengage or set up an ambush. Then the Soldier Boots with Rejuvenating Sprint will give you steady mobility, and Undead Cape ensures that you have a second chance if you're taken down. The Major Healing Potions and the Deadwater Eel Stew will keep you alive and sustained. Overall, this build excels at sneaking up, bursting targets and escaping before reinforcements arrive. It plays like a predator. You're always looking for weaknesses, isolating stragglers, and then using your transformation to overwhelm them in seconds. Then for number 9, we have the Curse Staff build, which is a powerhouse for single target damage over time. Vile Curse stacks up quickly, Armor Piercer shreds defenses, and the Dead Curse can outright delete enemies if they let it detonate. The Moisac amplifies your damage, while the Guardian Helmet will provide a defensive shield to survive the counter engages. Then the Cleric's Robe's Everlasting Spirit will save you during bursts, and the Soldier Boots lets you sprint and reposition. Then the Caerleon Cape fuels your offense. Consumables like Gigantify Potions or the Healing Potions will pair well with the Beef Stew for sustained DPS. The Curse Staff gameplay is all about relentless pressure, so you stack your dots, keep enemies on the back foot, and unleash dead curses at the perfect moment. This is that kind of a build that forces your enemies to waste cooldowns on cleansing or shielding, which only plays further into your hands as you keep applying stacks. And then for the last build we have the Beer Paws, which is about mobility and brutal all-ins. With the Rending Rage and the Razor's Cut, you bleed your enemies and then finish them with the devastating damage bursts. Adrenaline Boost will keep your tempo high, and then the Fiend Cowl with the Purge will ensure no one can escape your grasp. Then the Face Scale Robe with the Wild Magic will boost your offensive output, while the Royal Sandals with Defenseless Rush will give you insane chase potential. Undead Cape provides survival, though you can switch into the Assassin's Jacket with the Ambush or the Thetford's Cape, depending on your playstyle. Then consumables like Invisibility or Potions that let you catch players off guard are the best to go. And then the Beef Stew ensures that your damage stays high. The Beer Paws build is all about the high impact playstyle. You chase relentlessly, cut down fleeing enemies, and thrive in chaotic solo PVE and PvP fights. The key to mastering the Beer Paws is confidence. You need to commit, track your prey, and trust into the burst to finish the fight before they can even react.